Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Kelsey, and this is Enjoy the Journey. This is my first foray into starting a YouTube channel. I have thought about doing it for a very long time, and in light of recent events around the world and in my own life, I've decided to bite the bullet and finally go for it. As a preference, I want to say I am in an abnormal physical state, shall we say. I had this bizarre thing happen with my legs 3 months ago now, which I'm sure I'll talk more about that in subsequent videos, but for now, just know that I basically don't have the full use of my legs. So I am bringing this to you from my couch. I thankfully have a chaise lounge part to my couch, which makes it easy for me to elevate my legs. It has been a literal lifesaver during this time. Nonetheless, I've got my iPad set up on here, so I know the lighting and sound and everything are not ideal, but it's the best I can do for my current physical state. Hopefully things progress with my legs, and as they do, you will see that reflected in the videos, I promise. The quality will get better, so please be patient and bear with me. Also note that editing is going to be difficult for me since I really have to stick to doing this on an iPad, and I'm still figuring it all out, the technical aspects of it, using just the camera that comes on my iPad versus iMovie and editing and this, that, and the other. Again, this is all very challenging for me in my physical state. I basically only have the use of my body from the waist up, so bear with me. But we're gonna make the best of it. So like that, just now I know I said the word I will try not to, but I know I will. So while editing is challenging for me to do, I'm basically gonna keep it to a minimum. I'm not really planning on editing these videos at first. Again, I apologize for any imperfect speech patterns I have. Please just be patient and bear with me. I just wanted to dive in and start this channel because this means so much to me, especially in light of recent challenges I've been through, my legs being one of them for sure. I've been the type of person, just a little bit about me, who has struggled, honestly, for most of my life with a host of issues, not usually with my legs, but I've had other physical issues. I've had a lot of what I would call mental and emotional issues, but I've studied these subjects a lot over the past 5-6 years now. I've learned a ton of information, and I've thought about starting a YouTube channel so that I could share that information with as many people as possible. I definitely believe in what Maya Angelou says, that when you give, and I think she says this too, if not, it's the same concept in my mind, when you when you learn, teach. And I just kind of, I think, have always had the heart of a teacher. I've always naturally had the inclination. My mom was a teacher, so I don't know if I got it from her or not. But regardless, I do really enjoy teaching people and coaching people. So I'm going to use this channel more or less as a coaching channel. I'm still figuring it out what I want the focus to be on, if I want to restrict it to physical health or focus more on mental and emotional health issues, or kind of do an amalgamation of all of the above. Those are the topics I've studied the most. Those are the areas that I've struggled with the most myself, and therefore, again, learned the most about and seen some progress in my own life. Not as much as I would have liked to at this point, but we're getting there little by little, and I want to use those experiences to help you all. So welcome to my channel. Without further ado, let's dive in. The first thing I want to talk about is the natural order. There is a natural order to the universe. There's a natural order to life. And if you take on the mindset that you design your day and your life in this order, you hit all these categories and in this particular order, you will right there have, I think, a much better understanding of things. You'll have much more success. You will be much better equipped to make good decisions ultimately, and your life is the sum of your decisions, right? So I came up with this thing. I can't take credit for the categories themselves. I got those from Dave Ramsey's book, Entre Leadership. If you haven't read it, I do recommend checking it out. I'll try to post a link below if there is one. I'm sure there is, to maybe an online version of that or something. I read the hardcover version of it quite a few years ago now. But anyway, in there he says how there are 7 categories to life. They are in this order. I did come up with this order, which took me a minute to figure out, but it's never failed me. So this is very important, not just the categories themselves, but the order of those categories. This is how you should prioritize your day, your daily routine, and your whole life. So it is. Y'all ready? Get your paper and pen out. Okay. If you're old school like me, or get your phone out, whatever works for you. Here we go. The 7 categories to life. Everything in life can be broken down into one of these 7 categories, and if you're trying to figure out how to prioritize things, I find this is a really good tool to help with that. It's a really, really good guideline. So the 7 categories to life in order are physical, pardon my Band-Aid, physical, mental, emotional, which those all fall under the umbrella of health, but they're different stems of your health. So again, it's physical, mental, emotional. Then you have professional, whatever you do for a living or whatever you're pursuing doing for a living. If you're a student, that would be that category for you. Then financial, again, assuming you're of working age, if you're, earning money, financial. And then social, which to me, your social life consists of your family and friends. And then relationships, so a significant other. So again, those 7 categories in order are physical, mental, emotional, then professional, financial, social, relationship. You can take it one step further and add on to those words to really give them impact and get you excited about each of those things and put it into perspective that much more. This is what I've added on to those 7 basic words, if you will, is physical energy. Without physical energy, you can't do anything, right? Mental clarity. You have to have a clear mind, free from thought, in order to focus, which is very important. I'll talk more about that in future videos, but for now, just worry about that. So mental clarity. Emotional stability. To me, the most important aspect of your emotions is that they're stable. They're not always going to be there, but they should be most of the time. And the more that you can get them to be stable, the more stable your emotions, the more stable your life. Write it down. Emotional stability. Professional. I've gone back and forth on this one. Sometimes I've said professional pursuit. Ultimately, I feel like it should be professional passion, right? Because ideally, you want to be passionate about whatever it is you do for a living. Your profession will naturally lead to generating income for yourself, right? So that leads to the next category of financial, which I add on to that the word prosperity, financial prosperity. Then in the relationship categories, first social. Again, these, you really could combine these 2 categories. I still keep them separate, so we'll do that for now. Social circle is kind of the most obvious thing to insert there, if you will. So social circle or social life. And then relationship, again, could be it could be a few things. Relationship fulfillment, relationship, not circle, but you could actually add on maybe in front of that word, personal relationship, intimate relationship, something like that. Just something that's going to kind of separate it from your social life and make that relationship significant. Maybe that's what it should be, relationship significance. That significant other. There you go. So 7 categories in that order with those additional, not caveats, but kind of emotionally charged words on there. So that's my first lesson on YouTube. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Drop some comments below if you did. If you have any insight or ideas to this whole concept, I'd love to hear it. I'll do my best at getting back to you. Again, I'm in a very unique situation physically and personally and all the way around right now. So, and this whole thing is one big experiment for me. I'm making it up as I go. So bear with me. Please be patient. I will do my best to respond to comments, but I think the most important thing to do in life is to just make a move, get started. So that's what I'm doing. And I promise I will improve as I go. So I hope y'all enjoy the journey, and I will see you in the next one.